What I really love about this particular iteration of Ignite is the variety of talks that we have. Just generally, some of them are lighthearted, some of them have a message, some of them have both. And I just think that's fascinating, and that we're really fortunate that everybody is here to do this tonight, including Erin McElroy. I asked her how to pronounce her name, and she said it's like Macklemore, but slightly different. Erin appreciates the law of attraction, so this is how I'm supposed to introduce her. Erin is a National Geographic adventurer, despite being purchased by Rupert Murdoch. I saw that on the news today. And she's a New York Times #1 best-selling author. So just plant that seed. It's planted. It's out there now. And she wants to visit everywhere, and she wants to do everything. And she's got a beautiful heart right there on her freaking sweater. So come on out here, Erin.
As animals, we eat, we sleep, we mate, and we protect ourselves. As humans, we grow and we create things and we explore, and then we post or tweet about it because we're wired to communicate and connect. We tell our stories to relate to each other, to share our own experience of life. So if stories are about life, then what can we learn about life from the patterns that we find in them? Well, esteemed author and scholar Joseph Campbell answered that. He dedicated his life to exploring the myths of cultures of all millennia, and he found a pattern. It's about the human experience and what gives it meaning, and he called it the hero's journey. And it starts with a call to adventure. Sounds cool, right? The call to adventure is a wink from the universe, what life throws at us so that we'll consider going on a journey to discover our highest potential. It's scary because it requires big change, but it's exciting because it feels possible. The call shows up as feeling stuck or wanting something more, an unexpected surprise or a big life change. And once you hear it, you cannot unhear it. It becomes like a stage 5 clinger. I first heard it after coming back from an epic month in South Africa. I couldn't get settled after that. When I looked at where I was going in life, I didn't really want to go there. So I thought, what if I went abroad to figure out what I really want to do? Congratulations, hero, you are now at the threshold, aka portal to unfamiliar territory. Immersing in unknowns shows us what we do know. What we know deep inside ourselves is brought to the surface by the tension of otherness that comes about when we step out of our comfort zone. So for me, the threshold was a physical border. I sold my house, my car, my stuff. I left my corporate job, and I headed to Argentina. I had a 3-night reservation, and serendipity is my compass. So now we're in the heart of things, the road of trials where anything can and does happen. Curiosity and courage are rewarded. Our hero will be tested and tempted. She'll encounter her greatest fears, but she'll also find allies and teachers to help her along. This is the what was I thinking part of the journey. It is hard. We have to dig deep and remember what our vision was. This is where we find out what we're afraid of and capable of, what turns us off and what turns us on. I encountered all of these things. I made sacrifices, I felt lonely, I cried. Was this worth it? What if I don't find what I'm looking for and I'm left with nothing? What if I do find it and I don't know how to make it work? These were my fears showing up, trying to keep me small. Fears are information. They're only as strong as the energy that we feed them, and on the other side of fears is freedom. And I found that freedom by facing them, by getting to the source and choosing to not be held back. What was at stake was too great. When I climbed mountains, my heart exploded from lack of oxygen, but also for love of the challenge. I learned how to move forward when all energy seemed to be pushing against me. When I stood on the summit, I felt empowered. When I cycled toward the horizon, it kept moving, and so did I. When I explored the jungle, I learned my approach for problems and decisions. I met artists and adventurers, seekers and dreamers. I learned what I love and why I'm alive. But now it's time to die. Now, don't freak out, this is a good death. Our hero is now challenged with a final test, a battle, or a tipping point that is akin to death, in that the metamorphosis that she's been seeking in is transformed. Think butterflies. We come out knowing our unique purpose and having everything we need to live it. We now understand that the journey has been building towards this all along. It has come full circle. In my 2 years in South America, I learned so much about what I love, and I love to facilitate personal transformation. I love to take photographs and use stories of adventure to inspire and influence positive change. And now it's time to share that. Now that we're truly the hero, we make the choice to return to our community and give from the place where our passions, our talents, and our experiences meet a need in the world. We're incredibly unique. There will never be another you or me ever again. And with that comes great responsibility and opportunity. And the opportunity lies where we understand how to take what we care about the most and be of service with it. And in this way, it's not selfish at all, it is necessary. The world needs you to do what you were born to do, to be the hero of your own story. So what's your story? What is your hero's journey? This is your invitation to share it, and this is your call to adventure. Thank you.
I want to turn her entire presentation into a 20-month calendar. Those pictures are incredible.